Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Hey everyone, checking in on SPY IWM and QQQ on the daily and the weekly time frame. So the bulls saw big time follow through today. Very impressive day. And we'll look at the 5-minute time frame in just a moment because it was a very choppy morning and there were some fundamental catalysts that, in my opinion, really lit the fire under the bulls to see this move to the upside. But just want to point out a little bit more. I mentioned that it's important to know the time frame of your trades in these videos because that determines the weight that you put on the time frames of technical analysis for your trades. So I'm still cautious as a bull on this market on this daily time frame. We still have a clear lower high and lower low pattern here in March, and although we saw big time follow through, we have the exponential moving average as support. We broke the high of the bounce of last week. Absolutely, that's a lot of bullish signs in the short term, but I'm still looking at the lower high pattern right here, this downtrend resistance line, and really to break this lower high pattern, the bulls are going to have to get over the recent lower high on the FOMC reaction, and that's all the way up at 238.40. That's another $3 to the upside. So absolutely the bulls have strong momentum. We saw that yesterday with the close at the high of the day. We saw that follow through today. So there was still plenty of signals on the shorter term time frames to make bullish day trades and capture some of those gains to the upside. But in terms of the overall market, I'm still cautious looking at this daily chart. I'm not convinced that the bulls are back in full control. And again, absolutely they're in control of the short term. We have the middle Bollinger Band resistance, this downtrend resistance, the lower high resistance, and we'll see if the bulls can make it all the way up through those levels. And when we do consolidate, the bulls need to see a higher low form on nice healthy consolidation and then some continuation to the upside. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, we had a bearish start to the day. We had a weaker open. We saw a double top at the high of the day, and then we pulled back on increasing bear volume and hit a new low of the day. Just then, the consumer confidence report came out. We saw the highest 5-minute volume candlestick that we had seen. That was the highest volume candlestick on the day besides the last 5-minute candlestick, which was a ton of volume. But that was the highest volume candlestick of the day, the most bullish candlestick of the day, and that right there changed the momentum, in my opinion. We went instantly from the low of the day to the high of the day on big bull volume, and then from there we consolidated, held this 20-period 5-minute moving average support 4 candlesticks in a row, and then right here we started to head back towards the high of the day, and then the oil bulls took over. We saw oil go 1% in 20 minutes. This is when SPY started seeing a ramp up in bull volume again and a big move to the upside for continuation. And then from there, the bulls maintained very strong movement for the rest of the day. Very notable volume here in the last 5-minute candlestick. It was pretty much almost 10% of the day's trading volume in 5 minutes at the close. And some of that was profit taking, so worth noting, and we'll be keeping an eye on that. But a lot of momentum for the SPY bulls. The hourly time frame looks like a nice bull flag of consolidation. Very healthy so far at this point. So again, bulls are in control in the short term. The hourly 200-period moving average resistance is going to be lining up right with that daily middle Bollinger Band. We'll see how much further follow through the bulls get to the upside. And I'm going to be watching this downtrend resistance line very closely as well. Weekly time frame, bulls are trying to hold the exponential moving average supports. 234.04, 235.24. Close above those levels and the bulls remain in full control. 3 trading days left to go. A lot can change by now. And if we were to pull back about $1.50 to the downside, we would lose those exponential moving average supports. So it's likely that the bulls maintain these weekly moving averages, but 3 trading days left to go. Anything's possible. IWM bulls, very nice follow through and a very strong close at the high of the day. We had a double bottom at the low, 132.40, 132.40, and now we broke the high of the bounce attempt from the end of last week as well, 135.47. Next test will be the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day moving average in the low 136s, and that is going to be tested likely tomorrow because we had that strong close up near the high of the day. So we'll be watching those resistance levels, and the bulls, same thing. We need to consolidate, form higher lows, because obviously after 2 big bullish days in a row, the bulls can't just shoot straight up and get over the resistances that we saw back from mid-March. We're going to have to form a higher low and then see continuation. So IWM on the weekly time frame trying to regain the middle Bollinger Band of 135.49. If we are unable to close above that level by the end of Friday, it will be a loss of that level last week and then a back test and a rejection from that level this week. And we have this bearish TCG cross following through here, so it's very important for the bulls to regain this middle Bollinger Band, or that is going to get some follow through to the downside, and we will reject on the back test. So right now, same thing as SPY. The bulls have a lot of momentum, just need to be cautious on the longer term. If I were looking swing trades, longer term positions, I'm still cautious in this market. QQQ, technology still extremely strong, and QQQ is seeing that benefit. 132.43 is the all-time high. We came 40 cents shy of that all-time high today. The upper Bollinger Band is pretty flat. It's going to begin slowly ascending to create some room to the upside. We need to see that widen out to create some room, as we have bounced off the lower Bollinger Band and we've been rejecting from the upper Bollinger Band. So these Bollinger Bands have dictated the range pretty well here on the daily time frame. QQQ much stronger than the other two. Bearish reversal candlestick last week not being confirmed, and because the bulls saw this second day of follow through to the upside, we had dozens and dozens of individual names with bearish reversal candlesticks on the weekly time frame, and because we saw this follow through today, the odds of confirming that bearish reversal candlestick are a lot less likely, so very unlikely at this point. So we are negating a lot of bearish reversal candlesticks in the market. QQQ is doing that as well, still holding exponential support, and the bulls are looking very strong on the weekly time frame. So the order of strength still stays the same as it has been. QQQ the strongest, SPY in the middle, IWM is the weakest, and we will see how they react to these middle Bollinger Band resistances tomorrow. So I appreciate you tuning in, and we will check back in tomorrow. See you then.